I'm Melissa. I'm the board president at Warner Unified. Please vote yes on Measure TT and let's get our kids clean, local drinking water. I'm Melissa Krogh. I'm board president at Warner Unified, and right now we have a bond measure, TT, on your November ballot. Measure TT is really important to the school. Our water issue started 14 years ago when our drinking well got identified as having too much arsenic to make it drinkable for students and staff. That means that in 2015, all of the drinking fountains were capped off and students and staff could no longer drink the water on campus. We applied for a grant through the state for drinking water, and the state has been providing bottled water while they try to help the school district find a solution. Sounds great, but the planning phase of the state's help has taken 12 years. And in 12 years, there's still not been a true solution. So if we fast forward up to 2023, just as the most recent planning grant was set to expire, the state-funded engineer located an ideal spot to drill a new well for the school. So that pushed us now into the next phase, which is implementation. Since December of 2023, we've been working with the state, with a state-funded engineer. They came up with 7 potential solutions to the water problem. The most likely solution, according to this state-funded engineer, was to put a new well on the school campus. Of those 7 options, the engineer eliminated 3 of them for a variety of reasons. They would require litigation and MOUs. The source of water was too far away from the school site. But the solutions that were viable out of the 7 were drill a new well, place a water treatment facility plant on the school site, get an MOU with the Warner Springs Ranch, with the owner, for water. And then the 4th viable option was to connect the Warner School to the Los Tules Mutual Water Company. That last option is now the only option the state wants to pursue. They are estimating that the cost of that is going to be in the ballpark of roughly $5 million, rather than drilling a well on the school site. The Los Tules Mutual Water Company is a small water district that serves a very small number of homes, and they themselves are on a well. This would put the school as being the single largest user for their water district. It is not a solution that either the school nor the Los Tules Mutual Water Company find to be truly a solution for the school. Measure TT is a general obligation bond. It would allow the school to borrow the funds to drill the well ourselves outside of the state's help. So we would be able to remove ourselves from the state's plan. It would keep the school autonomous in its water use and not reliant on anyone else. The state's engineer estimated that the cost of drilling the well and putting a treatment facility plant, if necessary, on our school site would be roughly $3.8 million. We have not been able to locate any estimates, and we can't do so until the bond passes. But we don't know anybody that has spent even a minute fraction of that cost to have a new well dug. That being said, if the well and the treatment facility plant, if they're needed, are low enough costs, the other things the bond would allow us to do is update electrical on campus and update our emergency evacuation center. Any funds that are outstanding, the school board will cap off and remove those from being able to be borrowed against. So once we've achieved the plans, the well is done, if the treatment facility is necessary, and if we have the ability to do upgraded electrical and the evacuation center, whatever might be remaining on the bond would not be used, which would produce a cost savings to all of our taxpayers. If your property value is $100,000, it adds $38 per year to your tax bills. So if your property is valued at $1 million, that is a whole whopping $380 a year in taxes, in additional property taxes that you would pay. So the term of the bond, we won't know until those can be sold. It's on average, they're between 20 and 30-year long bonds. So wouldn't be a permanent tax assessment. It's a limited term, and once the obligation is fulfilled, that amount of taxes falls off your property taxes. But it's one of those, for most of our families, the cost of this bond is less than a Starbucks a month.
Yeah.
I'm Melissa. I'm the board president at Warner Unified. Please vote yes on Measure TT, and let's get our kids clean, local drinking water.